This is a 60-inch runner rug or wall hanging. It's wool. It's kind of a flat weave, thin wool. We bought this, I believe, in Amsterdam last year. It's beautiful. It can be used on the floor or as a wall hanging. And sadly, this is one of the rugs where I thought that someone was not going to pay. So they gave me an offer of $100. I said yes, and they never messaged us. They never paid. I opened an unpaid item case a couple days ago, and then finally they paid. So I'm happy that they did. $100. Oh boy, it's a Rudy Giuliani bobblehead, America's mayor. We found this at our local thrift shop, and I know bobbleheads can be popular and ridiculous, so we got it. It probably would have sold for more, but it did have damage on the back. You can see it's a bit chipped, although you can't really see that when it's just sitting on a mantle or whatever. And it sold for $15 in our new store. This is an Audi Sport North America hat. We bought a bunch of these. Somebody clearly worked for Audi because we got like 15 of these. And this one sold for $25. This is a pair of cargo shorts for a park ranger uniform. And they sold for $36.99. These are 10 pairs of Seafarer work pants for women. They are size 4, so they're very small. And we have them listed for $10. So it's $1 a piece. I think we had like 1,000 pairs of these or something. 500 pairs or something. So we've been slowly selling them. We bought them at a liquidation auction a couple years ago, and they have been selling since they're so cheap, but that's $10. This is a knife that says Butcher Block Knives and then Butcher, and it does say Sheffield, England, so it's a quality knife, although it's definitely used, as you can see. But it did sell for $20. I just packed this and I forgot to videotape it, but it is literally just a rusty stirrup for horseback riding. But we were told by the person we bought it from that it was from the Civil War era, and it was found, the next town over is Civil War battlefield. So someone was like, it's definitely from that time. So I had it up for about $60 and I got an offer of $45, and I said yes. This is a beautiful hand-painted lacquer box. It is metal. You can see there's a little label in there. It's the original label and it's in Russian. Nothing on the back, but it's a cool little box. This actually sold for $40. This is an LL Bean boat and tote purse in Black Watch plaid. I bought 4 of these different patterns for $1 each at a yard sale, and they're practically unused. And this one sold for $40. These are a pair of vintage Mario Valentino little booty shoes. You can see the tag in there. Size 5. We bought a bunch of shoes from an estate where the woman wore shoes between 4.5 and 5.5, so they're tiny. But these did sell for $50. This is a new in-box Toastmaster double buffet range. When we were redoing our house, we lived in my office here, and I was desperate to find hot plates. And they were very expensive at the regular store, like at Walmart or online. I ended up actually finding 2 at a yard sale for like $5. And I was thrilled. So when I saw this, I immediately bought it. I think it was only a couple bucks, maybe $5, because I knew that people look for these, and it's great that it's a double range. And it sold for $40. This is a Banana Republic 100% linen size 4 dress, floor length dress. I had it up for $60. Someone offered $30 and I actually took it because my dresses sell very slow. So this sold for $30. This is a 1964 map of Taiwan, which is super cool. I love the graphics. And what's interesting is on the front here it says it costs $16. Although it says NT, so I don't know if that was Taiwanese dollars, probably. Because I have an inflation calculator on my phone, because I'm nerdy like that. And a 1964 $16 apparently in the US is now worth $123, which was insane to me when I saw that. So I don't think this map cost $123 back then. But I couldn't figure it out. That seemed like a high price. But anyway, in today's dollars, it's worth $30. So I sold this for $30. This is a lot of 6 aluminum soffit vents. We got a huge box of these at an auction. They were selling off a whole table, so we didn't even know what we were bidding on. I think I had one thing that I wanted. It was a sink. And these sold for $13 for 6. And we have I think we have 16 lots of these. So I can't really do the math in my head right now, but that's quite a nice return. Another little LL Bean boat and tote purse. It's got a little zipper, leather handles. These cool little embroidered ducks, which are super cute. Again, I got this for $1 at a yard sale. I think I bought like 4 or 5 of them. They're in almost perfect condition. And this one sold for $40. This is another JanSport Backpack. It is not leather bottom. And I don't believe it is made in the USA. So I sold it for $36.99. This is a vintage, maybe 80s, 70s, 80s. Hawaiian shirt. It's actually made in Hawaii, Tropicana, made in Honolulu, and it sold for $25. This is from our military surplus days. It is a camelback, digi camo carrier. There's no bladder or anything, and I just put these on sale, so this sold for $20. This is a very cool wooden compartmental tray, or sewing tray, something like that. I'm not sure what it was for, but it's very cool, and it sold for $60. These are a set of 2 identical 1979 Indy 500 trays. They have the list of all the Indy 500 winners from 1911 until 1979. And we actually have 3 of these, but someone gave me an offer for 2 of them for $50. And this person was in New Zealand, so I had to custom make them a listing to list 2 and have the global shipping program turned on. So I did that and they bought them. So $50 for 2 trays. This is a bottle of Bissell Oxy Cleaner for a carpet shampooer, and Jay bought these at the local auction, the hardware auction. I'm not sure how much he paid, like $1 for the whole box, and there was 12 of them. And this sold for $13 plus shipping. I actually was at Walmart the other day and I walked through the vacuum aisle and saw this stuff, and it was $20 a bottle. So hopefully someone feels like they're getting a good deal. This is a vintage 80s raw 100% silk Talbots skirt. I have a ton of skirts and they never sell. So I lowered the price and this sold for $9.99. This is a flannel sheet set for a twin size bed. It's new in the package. It's very soft. It's got a cool pattern. The brand is Home Trends, but it's actually just made by Walmart. But it feels like a good quality set. I'm pretty sure I paid like $2 to $3 for these at a thrift store. And they sold for 40 bucks. This is an MA Hadley Bowl. It is a very popular brand. MA Hadley got really popular in the 70s and 80s. And actually a neighbor of ours growing up had these. So I knew that they were something. Although now they're pretty much mass produced, so it's not like she made these. She died a few years ago, so I thought this was super special. I think I paid like $5 for it, and it sold for $25. I'm just glad it sold. A couple hats sold overnight. This one is a Busch Gardens. I got this because Busch Gardens isn't far from us. Well, it's in the same state, but it's about 3 hours away. And in 8th grade, when I lived in the suburbs of Boston, we did the Washington, D.C. trip, and part of that was going to Busch Gardens. So I know that people love Busch Gardens. So this sold for 25 bucks to someone in California. And this is a Nike hat. It's just light pink, really simple. And this sold for $25. This is a true British schoolboy tie, school kid tie. I guess they both wear ties. And it says Trinity School. And I do believe there's a label on the back saying it's made in Scotland. We actually bought this in London a few years ago. I believe that was in 2011, actually. So we've had it for that long. I don't know when we listed it. We might not have listed it for a while. But it did sell for 20 bucks. These are the classic Linksys routers. This one is just not wireless, but it's like an Ethernet port router, hardline, and this is a wireless router. I do not have the plug for these, but people still buy them. I had a plug for one other one, and I tested both of these with that plug. And they worked. And these sold for $36.99. This is one of those items that we either got in a box lot, or we bought it and didn't need it. But we found it in one of our boxes of doom, of just random stuff. But it did sell for 10 bucks. This is an illustrated wildlife treasury. I think I saw commercials for these when I was a kid. They're kind of like a encyclopedia where you just go through and like read about different animals. This is actually the third one we've come across. So these are cool. You can like see photos, stuff like that. So this is the third one we've come across in all of our years of selling, and they sell for a lot of money. This one you can see has a bunch missing, but this still sold for $40. One time I had both sides filled and I sold it for $75. I don't know why. People look for them. They're great for kids who want to just, you know, research animals and are really into animals and insects. So I guess people pay a lot of money for them. So this one sold for $40. These are a pair of Bausch and Lomb Wayfarers, definitely vintage. We sold a pair of these a few months back. I bought them for $5, and I took an offer of $100 for someone in the global shipping program. We were having a pretty slowish couple weeks, so I'm happy to sell them for $100. I had them up for $159, but $100's what sold it. And that's it for this week.